Welcome to the Rule Dictator. My name is Corlith, your host, and this is how to play Descent with the Road to Legend expansion. In this segment, I will go over the optimal procedure for putting the game away between play sessions. It isn't hard, but I thought it should be done for the sake of completeness. There are two ideal times to end a game session: at the end of a game week and at the end of a dungeon level. The procedure is broken down into these four major steps: update the campaign record, put the Overlord stuff away, put the hero stuff away, and put the rest away. Since the first step is to update the campaign record, let's review its components. Hero conquest points go here. The Overlord's experience point and conquest totals go into this box. Each hero's experience points are tracked here. The campaign conquest total, along with the campaign and monster levels, are kept here. The city status identifies each city, whether it has any siege tokens or has been raised, as well as any quest items at that location. A quest item at a raised city location is obviously not protected by a vault. If a quest item is dropped at an unraised city location by either the heroes or a lieutenant, the city's citizens pick up that item and store it in the vault unless the vault is already occupied, in which case it remains outside and available for anyone to pick up. When this happens, draw a circle around the unprotected item. These boxes state the quantities and types of treachery in which the Overlord has invested. The threat and discard boxes are only used if the game session ended before the exploration of a dungeon had been completed. Record how many threat tokens the Overlord had left over, as well as the number of Overlord cards sitting in the discard pile. I usually store the threat tokens in the Overlord's box, but if it is too full, this would allow you to store these tokens with the main reserve. These fields show where the party and active rumor tokens are located on the world map. Lieutenant names and locations are recorded here. If a quest item is carried by a lieutenant, record it here as well. Power cards are also recorded if the session ended with at least another dungeon level to go. The exploration record boxes can be blank, have a number, a slash, or an X. Blank means that the location has not been explored. A number is the next level of the dungeon to be explored by the heroes. X obviously means that this dungeon is done. The slash means that the location has not been explored, but the heroes have gotten a conquest point for discovering the location. If a dungeon location has a quest item, record it in this area next to the dungeon name. Just like with the city vault, when a quest item is dropped at an unexplored dungeon location, unless the heroes had been there to grab it, it gets taken inside by its denizens at the end of the game week. Store the following in the Overlord's box: avatar card, purchased avatar upgrade cards, quest items being carried by lieutenants or stored at his keep, and all other tokens on the Terranoth map. When the session ends mid-dungeon, the Overlord's hand of cards is also stored in his box. Each hero stores in his box the character card, item cards, skill cards, trait tokens, order tokens, potions, wound tokens, and fatigue tokens. The hero designated as a treasurer will also store in his box coins, party upgrade cards, Tamalier upgrade cards, and the quest item token if the party is carrying one. Everything else is put away in the main box. This includes conquest tokens as they have been recorded on the campaign record. When ending a session in a dungeon, the Overlord card draw and discard piles can be put, or even shuffled, back together since the number of cards in the discard pile has been recorded. When setting up the next game session, simply take the Overlord deck and move the recorded number of cards into the discard pile. Setting up the rest of the dungeon level occurs as usual. That being said, you can keep the draw and discard piles separate between sessions if you really like. This marks the end of the Descent Road to Legend tutorial series. It's been my pleasure to put this together. Although I started producing this series for fun as a public service, I was quite surprised at how many people found and took interest in the project, providing questions, feedback, and support. All of it was greatly appreciated. Someone even posted a link to it on Wikipedia. I'm honored. So what's next? Well, I had already started work on a video for The Starfarers of Catan, and there was a request to take a look at Descent Sea of Blood, which looks nearly identical to the Road to Legend, so making a comparison video shouldn't be too difficult, I think. Twilight Imperium 3rd Edition may also get some attention from the Rule Dictator. Plenty of games out there, so although this series is over, I have a lot of other material to choose from. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you next time.